Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of the Offside Show. Yes, sir. Give it up for your host of tonight, which is me, Temo. And hello, guys. How you guys doing this week? It's actually kind of hot today here in Chicago, not gonna lie. I mean, not hot, but for the last couple weeks, it was really cold. It was really chilly. And now it's, I don't know, it's like 16 degrees outside and it's really hot. Like people, it's bringing her like jackets and everything. And today it was not necessary for real. I was at my classes, all the classroom, even right now where I'm recording this, it's really hot, but it is what it is. This is the weather from October, November already. And but probably by next month, it's gonna be cold as hell as usual. But yeah, how was your Halloween weekend? I mean, mine it was actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. I mean, it was just a basic single Halloween weekend. I just went to a party on a Friday, and that was it. My costume was Todd from BoJack Horseman. It was just a simple one. I was getting my stuff in Ross. I just went to buy a red jacket and a Jello beanie, and I had a pants already in my house. And yeah, I just had my sandals. I didn't wear sandals for the party because it was actually pretty cold. So yeah, I'm not wearing sandals when it's actually pretty cold. Uh, but anyways, that was my Halloween weekend. And but lately, I also been kind of nostalgic. Not gonna lie, because guys, I'm about to graduate. It seems. I mean, I already want to graduate because yeah, enough with school. But it's also like, dude, I've been here a long time of period, and I'm just living, and that's it. That's how life works. But I feel there's a lot of things coming for me. I hope. If not, I mean, life's still going, so I gotta find something. But there's also a lot of stress in my life right now because a lot of finals. I had like a lot of final exams, final papers, and I just wanna die. That's what I wanna have. I just wanna. That's what I feel right now. That I just wanna die. I mean, not literally, but you know what I'm saying. But anyway, we're not here to talk about myself as usual. It's just me, giving an update of my life. If you, in case you wanna hear what's coming on in my life right now. But anyways, I hope you're doing good. And if you're not doing good, you're here just to forget about your problems, unless your football team lose today or yesterday or in the weekend. And let's just go straight to business, cause guys, this was an exciting week. You know, I hate when this happens because last week I don't know if you guys remember that I was telling you that I don't really knew what I was gonna talk about because there was not much things to cover. I had to went over the Liga MX and the El Viernes Botanero, which is the best league in the world. Uh, but yeah, that was because there was not a lot of things to cover last week, or like the matches that I was able to cover. It was just like meh matches. But this week is actually being pretty excited, and the worst thing about this is that today's episode it's gonna be shorter because I have something to do at 8, and right now it's 7:10. So I think I'm just gonna end the podcast at 8, no matter what. Because I mean, the things that I have to do is that I have a soccer match. What can I say? I talk about soccer. I play soccer. It is what it is. Um, but yeah, it's I have a match at 8, and I already told my teammates that I'm gonna be late for the match. But I hope I can cover as much things as I can. You already know me by now if you've been listening to this podcast. My mouth doesn't shut up sometimes, and I sometimes just talk about one match the half of the podcast, and then I had to cover most of the different leagues in just 10 minutes. And I think today is gonna be the same. I mean, this week it was Champions League week, and I'm just gonna talk about Champions League for the most of the time, cause yeah, Champions League. It's been an exciting week. I'm so excited. But anyway, um, I'm sorry because I've actually been listening to my podcast, and I know sometimes I do this thing where I cover one or two matches, and then literally what I just said, then it's just 20 minutes or 10 minutes covering Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga, and sometimes Premier League, and it feels kind of awkward because sometimes you already know. And right now I'm just burning time, the time I don't have. So let's go over the first match of this week. Match day number. I was not in the right place. Okay, match week number 4 for Champions League. And the first match we had, this actually was yesterday, and today we also have the second part of the match day for number 4. But yesterday we had Liverpool against Real Madrid, and believe it or not, guys, Liverpool won 1-0, and I'm so glad because I mean my two teams collide this week. I mean, I'm supporter of Liverpool and I'm supporter of Madrid, but I low-key feel I'm more lean to Liverpool, and I'm so happy that they won. Because you know how it's been the last month. We had 4 consecutive losses in Premier League, and then we got eliminated on the FA Cup or the I think it was the FA Cup, and I don't know. It's been a worst month. It's been such a bad month for Liverpool this month, and now they won Real Madrid, which those guys they've been having such a great moment on the season. Like they've been winning on La Liga, they've been winning on Champions League, and they just lost again Liverpool. And there's a lot of things to say. I mean, the bad thing about this week is that I haven't looked any games like from Premier League, from Champions League, from La Liga, any single, because I really had no time this week. It's been a very busy week, and so probably what I say today is not gonna be well supported. It's more based on what I saw and some of the highlights. For example, I saw the highlights of this game, and let's be honest, guys. Liverpool completely destroyed Real Madrid. And like I said, this is just based on what I saw in the highlights. Uh, but yeah, Liverpool completely destroyed Real Madrid. I saw the highlights where Liverpool was just pressing, pressing, pressing. They were playing a lot of set pieces, and I'm assuming that's because they were taking a lot of shots, because you don't see a lot of things on the highlights. But I was seeing a lot of set pieces. There was a lot of corner kicks. There was a lot of fouls outside of the box, and well, yeah. I mean, Liverpool was on Real Madrid. To be honest, I feel Real Madrid didn't play this game. They didn't want to play. I don't know what happened to them, and I think this is just the karma because Dan Housen, uh, a day before of the match, he said the Anfield had that he already played on Anfield, and it was just like a normal field, a normal pitch, and he ate his words because this is the result, brother. Anfield, you don't underestimate Anfield, bro. You don't do that. It's like going to the Bernabeu. It's the same fucking thing. Probably not the same thing, but actually, no, it's actually the same thing because I mean we all know Real Madrid is the best team in the world, and history. But when you go to Anfield, it's not the same environment as Bernabeu, and people is like the fandom for Liverpool. They always chanting, and they had their own anthem, the "You Never Walk Alone," and they always be singing that. And I've seen the clips. I wish sometime, anytime I can go to Anfield, like that's one of my dreams. But yeah, I mean, the conclusion of the here is that you don't underestimate Anfield. And let's just go straight of what the match looked like. And well, looks like finally Wirtz is finding his way to play, even though he didn't score, even though he didn't score or gave an assist. I saw that guy playing really good. And actually, the first chance that Liverpool created on the highlights, it was this pass that Wirtz served to Soboslai. And that could have been the first goal of Real Madrid and the first assist of Wirtz. Well, not the first on Champions League because he already assisted last match day number 3. But I think Wirtz is getting better. it's definitely getting better. But yeah, that was the first pass that like I don't know how to put it, but basically Birds delivered the pass to Soboslai, and Soboslai was 1-on-1 against Courtois, and what a save from Courtois! What a save from Courtois! That guy's insane. Like he just extend the leg and it hit right on the leg where he put the leg, the ball hit. I mean, all credit to Courtois, but also Soboslai. Come on, man, you cannot miss that. But all the credit to Courtois, to be honest. Like, and that's actually wanted to talk today. One of the things that I wanted to talk today about the performance of Courtois, because the only reason Real Madrid didn't lose 5-0, 4-0, 3-0, it was because of this guy. Thanks Thibaut Courtois for existing. Because we all seen these matches where Real Madrid is not playing nothing and Courtois always there. He's always there for them. It's a funny thing to happen because every time Madrid is not playing good, Courtois is always there. Courtois is always there, and he always saving the matches for Real Madrid. And I don't know. I mean, I just in one of my notes in here, I want to open the debate in here, and I want to ask you guys if you believe that Courtois is one of the best goalkeepers in history right now. By now, I'll probably say yes. I don't think he's the best. I wish he could be the best, but nah. I mean, we got Manuel Neuer, we got Casillas, we got Buffon. I never saw Lev Yashin play, but Lev Yashin has a Ballon d'Or, so he's in the conversation. And I think the only reason why Courtois is not in the conversation of be the top one is just for the fact that he never won a Champions League or he never won nothing with Belgium. I mean, Champions League. What am I saying? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just because I'm rushing this out. He never won the World Cup. But of course, it's kind of hard to make a judgment based on that. But it's the same. It's the same thing with Cristiano Ronaldo because just because he haven't won the World Cup ever, people he's not anymore on the conversation of the who's the best player in the world on history. And I think it's kind of unfair to judge them based on this basically that they haven't won the World Cup. But it is what it is, you know. If you want to be the best, you gotta win everything. And I think, for example, Buffon won the World Cup. He never won a Champions League. But I don't know. It's different. It's different because I feel not a lot of people talk about Courtois. It's not the same as Neuer, as Buffon, as Casillas. I don't feel people is as hyped as they used to be with those guys. Probably it's just the way I feel things. Probably I'm just really wrong, and everyone is gonna say like, "What the fuck are you saying, dumbass?" Courtois is of course the best, but of course I'm pretty sure nobody thinks Courtois is the best goalkeeper in history. But anyway, claps to Courtois. Thanks to him, Real Madrid was not. They didn't concede 5 goals or 5 or 4. I mean, and also because I didn't see the game, and also on the highlights you don't actually see what happened in the game. But I saw a lot of people highlighting the performance of Conor Bradley, and I'm glad for him because I for the last 3 or 2 couple weeks I've been saying that. I mean, the only bad thing I've been saying about Conor Bradley is that he's young and that he needs to improve because he's young and everything. But everyone was clapping on him because that's not kind of bad. Anyway, everyone was really happy with him because apparently he outplayed Vinicius Jr. And that's a hard thing to do because Vinicius, even though last season was one of the worst he ever had, well, not one of the worst. When he joined Madrid, he was playing like shit. But I'm talking about the difference between last year and 2 years ago. Because 2 years ago he was a contender for the Ballon d'Or, and last year he definitely was not there. And this season he's recovering. He's playing better, and I mean he's a top class player still. And Conor Bradley outplay him. That's what it looks like. And because I didn't see see this game, I cannot really say if this is true. But I mean, Liverpool won 1-0, and apparently, I mean, Vinicius didn't score and he didn't give an assist. So I'm assuming this is true. So, Conor Bradley, congratulations. I'm happy for you. And I hope you can keep playing like this. We need this on Premier League, not on Champions League. I mean, we need it on both tournaments, but Liverpool has been doing trash on Premier League. And anyway, I think I want to highlight this because, guys, what a masterclass from Xavi Alonso. Because Rodrigo, who had 8 months without scoring a single goal, he decided to put him on, and just simple masterclass for Xavi Alonso. And if you're gonna get my joke, I'm being sarcastic because what the fuck are you doing, Xavi Alonso? Why you putting Rodrigo on the pitch when he have 8 months without scoring a goal? You're losing 1-0 in Anfield. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It was even better if you put this guy Brahim Diaz instead of Rodrigo. By now, I love Rodrigo, guys. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying, because like I said, I've been saying this for the last 3 podcasts, probably 2, that thanks to him, we won the Champions League 2022 or 2021 when he scored a double header against Manchester City. Well, not double header, when he scored a header against Manchester City on the 93rd minute. That was amazing. Anyway, either Xavi Alonso, it's like we say in Spanish, le está tendiendo la cama, which is basically meaning that he's making his bed, which is basically referring to Xavi Alonso is basically setting up a trap to him, so he got a reason to sell him. Or I don't know if actually Xavi Alonso believes in him, but I feel I don't know. It's if I were the manager of Real Madrid and I'm in this situation where I'm losing 1-0 and I have this guy that hasn't scored a single goal in 8 matches, you don't put him on. It's simple as that. As much as I mean, if you actually believe in him, good. But I think there's other matches that you can put him on. I mean, you got different matches in La Liga. If you're playing against El Elche or other teams that are kind of worse than Liverpool, even though Liverpool is not at his best right now, they're still Liverpool, and I don't understand. But yeah, masterclass from Xavi Alonso. Why you have? I mean, what was on your mind, bro? Anyway, he's the manager, and we gotta respect his decision, even though we lost. That's his decision. And lastly, one of the things that I want to say about this match, Liverpool against Real Madrid, it's that Mbappe, which is the best player in this season right now, next to Haaland and probably Harry Kane, this guy took 0 shots on goal. That's crazy because he been scoring. I think by now he have 13 goals in the season. I'm not sure about this data because I'm gonna look for it later on this podcast. But I think he have more than 10 goals in the season, and he's fighting for the Golden Boot next to Haaland and Harry Kane. And this match, he didn't score. He didn't make a single shot on target. That's crazy. And I think it's because that's the thing that pisses me off. That I don't watch the matches. When I don't watch the matches, is that I want to say this is thanks to Virgil van Dijk, because we all know he's the GOAT. He's the best defender in the world. And I don't see other reason of why Mbappe didn't get any single shot on target. Because I don't believe Konate stopped him. I don't really believe him. I don't really believe in him. I mean, and you might say, well, Mamardashvili saved all the shots. But the thing is, he didn't score. He didn't shoot on target. He all the shots that he took, it was off target. So he didn't touch the goal at all. So I don't know. It's really surprise. It's surprise to see this, and I like I said, I think this all has to do with Virgil van Dijk, which I love that guy. I love you, Van Dijk. If you're watching this, come on, bro. Let's have a talk of all soccer on the Offside Show. I know you want to be here. Who don't want to be here, man? But anyway, the goal was scored by Alexis McAllister. Um, and this was a set piece. You remember I was talking about um, Liverpool was only playing on set piece this match, or based on what I saw in the highlights. And the goal was scored on a set piece. Soboslai gave the assist, and McAllister with a header. What a nice header! Scored the goal at minute 61st. So that was the only goal. That was the only goal, and pretty much it. I don't think there's another things to cover. I think Federico Valverde got injured, and I hope this is not true, or at least it's not like a bad injury, because we need Valverde right now. But guys, that guy. I mean, we cannot ask more for him. I think he low key deserved rest, some rest. But we don't have left. No, we don't have right backs right now. I mean, Trent is already here. Oh, actually, yeah. I didn't. I don't have that on my notes. But I want to say this to Liverpool fans. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Because how are you gonna I don't know what's the word. Buchiar. Oh my god, I cannot find the word. Year? I don't know. Year? I think. I mean, that's a translation I have here. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is like a player who gave you everything. He won Premier League. He won Champions League. He was there for almost 20 years of his life. He won everything, everything with Liverpool, and that's how you pay him. Like as soon as he touched the pitch, as soon everyone saw he was um, going into the field, everyone started booing at him, and it was just like that's a disgrace, guys, because that guy don't deserve that. Even though you don't like he's out for Real Madrid, I mean, I didn't like his decision either. However, you cannot do that to one of the legends of your team. It's a shame, guys. Like you gotta reconsider why you guys your feelings about Trent, because I love Trent and he gave us everything, and it seems like he actually walking alone. I mean, is he not that the phrase? You never walk alone. What the fuck, guys? Come on. But anyway, that's all for Champions League. Eh? Nah, nah, nah. We're just getting starting on Champions League. That's it from Liverpool against Real Madrid. Let's go over the next match, which is PSG against Bayern Munich. And this is one of the matches that I wanted to see, but I wasn't able to. And it's because I mean, you don't know, man, from the Chicago time, or probably most of I don't know how to say it, but anyway, the matches of Champions League are at 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. and I have class at that time, either Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. I have class at 2 or at 3 or at 4, and I'm not able to watch those games, and I'm so pissed about that. But PSG against Bayern Munich. Last time they faced each other, it was on the World Cup champions. What World Cup? This is a funny word to say for me. I don't know how to say World Cup club. World Cup club. It's kind of tricky on my throat. I don't know. Anyway, and PSG outplay him. They won 2-0. But in this match, Bayern Munich, at least for the first half, they were fully dominating PSG. PSG, and like I said, this is from the highlights. I'm sorry, but Bayern Munich, it was completely dominating PSG. PSG was not playing anything, and by the first half, they already were losing 2-0. On the second half, PSG recovered, and actually PSG was under control of the second half, but it was because this guy, Luis Diaz. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with Luis Diaz? in a good way and in a bad way. I mean, probably the mindset from Luis Diaz this match, it was I already ate and now I live. Cause I mean, we said I mean whoever I don't want to say that. I was about to say it. Nah, I don't want to. I'm not gonna say it. But anyway, like I said, he already ate and now he live. Cause he scored two goals on the first half. One was at the minute fourth, and then the other one was at number 20 at 32. And the second goal, I don't remember the first one. The second goal, I know he take the ball out of Marquinhos. Marquinhos wasn't paying attention, and he just got from behind and scored the goal by his own. But he was the best player on Bayern Munich on this game. And then at the second half, at minute 52, this guy, I don't know. I mean, when everything, I get this feeling when everything is really, it's going good. You're playing good. You already had two goals. You're just like full of adrenaline on yourself, and you want to keep playing. You want to keep doing all this stuff. You want to show off. You want to show to. You want to be the man. That's it. You feel that you're the king on earth, and this is what happened to him. Because, bro, there's no need for you to get a slide tackle from behind to Hakimi. I mean, you already injured him, so what the fuck? You don't do that. And uh, that was just a red class. It was a nonsense. It was, bro. You're winning 2-0. You're being the man of the match. Just relax. I mean, I think he was thinking that he might be able to catch Hakimi with the slide tackle, but you gotta remember that Hakimi is as fast as you are. And then just because that stupidity, he sent off. He got the red card. It was a good red card. Not gonna lie. I was watching the replay and I was trying to be like, nah, this is not a red card. It's just a yellow card. It's from behind. It's a slide tackle. It's just it's you don't do that, especially when you're winning 2-0 and you're the man of the match by then. But I mean, el que es crack, and you can do what you want if you're the best player. I mean, not really, but at the end they got the result. The match ended at 2-1. The one who scored for PSG was Joao Neves. But this is the important thing I want to talk about Bayern Munich, because right now those guys are undefeated, and Bayern Munich have 16 win streak, so they haven't lost a single match in this season. I mean, there's not much competition on Bundesliga, of course, but on Champions League, this is the first test they had, and they managed it real well, and they were playing really good against the current champion and the second place on the World Cup Club World Cup again. Anyway, so congrats to Bayern Munich. I don't know if you guys remember that last week I was telling you that we're finally seeing this Bayern Munich again, the one that scared the shit out of everyone. And I feel this Bayern Munich is that Bayern Munich. It has that essence. And I don't know if this is because Vincent Company, which is the manager, or because Luis Diaz and Harry Kane, those guys are on fire. Like, we already know Harry Kane can carry a team by himself. We saw that Tottenham, when just himself and next to Son, they were playing. They almost won the Premier League just because of him and Son. And I think the new partner for Harry Kane is Luis Diaz. So now we're, instead of Son, we're seeing Luis Diaz, and this is the result. Um, I mean, they for sure gonna win the Bundesliga, and let's not be surprised. I mean, actually, let me rephrase that. Let's be surprised if Bayern Munich don't get into the semifinals, because they're on the right track, and I think they're gonna do it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it. But let's talk more about PSG right now. Because, I mean, the only thing I gotta say about PSG, I think, is that this is the price of being a champion. Because you have less time to rest. And right now, there's a lot of injured players right now. They got Dembele injured. Kvaratskhelia, they just got back from an injury. Now Hakimi is injured. Marquinhos was injured, and they don't have a solid squad right now because there's a lot of players coming up, coming off, and you cannot play like that. You gotta have at least. I mean, if you're gonna have someone injured, you just gotta have one guy or two, and they already like the half of the squad had already been injured, and like I said, this is just the price of becoming a champion because you gotta play more matches than everyone, and also you gotta. I mean, you play the Champions League final, you want to win it, so you're pushing yourself to the limits. And poor guys. I mean, at the end, I don't think we got. I don't feel we should underestimate them and believe that they're already dead. Because last season, I don't know if you guys remember, but last season those guys they barely made it to the round of 16. I think that those guys were the last team on the table. And at the end they ended up beating Liverpool and they were the champions. So there's a lot of season is barely beginning. We're almost a quarter of the season, but it's too early in the season, and I'm pretty sure those guys are gonna recover. But I think also one of the things that PSG is lacking right now is that they need more players that they can rely on. Because Dembele, he's the current Ballon d'Or. Last season, he was playing really good. But if you guys remember, at the beginning of the season, he was not playing really good. It was more like from January to May. And then we got Kvaratskhelia, which is sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. Um, and then I don't know. It's the way is still kind of young. He's kind of green, and I'm pretty sure he can be a support in Liverpool. And we got Barcola. And actually, let me rephrase this because I think they have a solid squad from the middle to the bottom. Like the midfielders and the defenders are really good. The goalkeeper, I don't really know him, but last season they had this Donnarumma, and this goalkeeper I don't really know him. Um, but from the guys up top, like I said, Dembele is injured. Kvaratskhelia, you cannot really rely on him. He's a good player, but you cannot rely on him. Barcola, same thing. He's young, and you cannot actually rely on him. And if you look at the bench, who's on the bench? Gonzalo Ramos, Lee Kang-in, Mayulu, Joao Neves. And from there, it's just a bunch of names that I don't even know. Lucas Hernandez, but he's a defender player. So they don't have someone who can rely up top. I mean, if you guys remember the PSG from um, where Zlatan was there, Cavani was there, those are guys that you can actually rely on them. And it's funny to say this because this squad won the Champions League. And when Cavani was there and when Zlatan was there, they didn't win the Champions League. But I feel that, I don't know, I just feel they need someone up top. Because last season it was also Mbappe. And like I said, I mean, at the end, they already won the Champions League. They proved themselves that they worth, like they can play, that they are a good team. But I don't know. That's just my thought. That's my feeling. And I think that's all I gotta say for this match. Yeah, I mean, congratulations, Bayern Munich. You're there. And then I have this match, Salvia Praga against Arsenal. I don't gonna get into details for this match. I just want to say, I mean, Arsenal won 3-0. And I just want to say, like, Arsenal is working quietly because they are undefeated on Champions League right now, and they're playing good. They're looking good. They're actually really looking good. And I feel like nobody's talking about Arsenal, at least not that much. Because, I mean, if you see this match, who is Slavia Praga? I mean, I know the team, but what I'm saying is like it's not a real challenge. But anyway, you gotta win those. You wanna win those matches because if you lead, if you don't win those matches, those are the ones that ended up fucking you up. It's like probably you won the most important matches and everyone's talking about you, and then you lose against these teams, and then you go all the way down to the bottom of the table. Uh, yeah, I mean that's the only thing I gotta say about Arsenal. They're working quietly, and I think this is a year, guys. I don't know if you guys remember that last year Martinelli or Saka, I think it was Saka. He said that I don't want you guys to feel this is the year, but this is the year, and that's what fucked them up. And this year, I'm not Saka. I'm just the guy from the Offside Show, and I can promise you guys this is the year. I said this last week. The worst enemy of Arsenal, it's Arsenal itself. So you just gotta be pressing. Just pray that you don't have any more injuries, and just keep doing the things that you've been doing, guys. It's just a matter of trust. Believe in yourself. So let's just move on again to the next match, which is Brujas. I don't know how to say the word in English. I think it's Bruges against Barcelona. And what an excited match! What an excited match! This was today, so I haven't looked at the either the highlights, and of course I didn't see the match. But the result was 3-3. Um, I want to say a lot of things about Barcelona, but like I said, I didn't look at the highlights or the game either. But my friend Gael, once again, he saved me because I was asking him literally 2 hours ago, like, "Hey, so how you saw Barcelona today? I need some feedback, some information for my podcast today because I don't know what I'm gonna say." And I just saw it was a 3-3 match, so I know there's a lot of things to cover. And he was like, I don't really know, bro. It's because this is and then like out of nowhere he just started saying a lot of things, and I was like, yeah, bro, this is all what I needed. And the first thing is that Barcelona need more players that they can rely on. It's the same as PSG, but I think from like the difference from Barcelona and PSG is like they need players that they can rely on the defense line. I mean, they also need more attackers. I mean, if you look at the last season, it was Rafinha, it was Lamine, and it was Ferran and Lewandowski. But Lewandowski is already old. Ferran, he's good, but you cannot rely on that guy. He be having good matches, then no, and then yes, and then it's so irregular, that guy. And I think it's the same with Rafinha. The year before Hansi Flick arrived to Barcelona, nobody wanted Rafinha on Barcelona. Everyone was like, Rafinha, he's so bad. And look what it ended up being. But it's just, I think I don't want to say he is just one season wonder because I feel Rafinha is good. But when he was playing at Leeds United, he used to have good matches. He was definitely the best player on Leeds. But I was like, nah, he's not a player for Barcelona. Because he's a good player, but I don't feel he's a top world class player. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel he's on the same level as Vinicius or as Rodrigo, even though he had a better season than those guys last season. And like I said, this is what I think about Rafinha. Like I said, nothing against him. I think he's an extraordinary. I don't know if that's the word, but he's a great player. And anyway, the most important thing for Barcelona right now is to fill up the defense because Gael was telling me that Eric Garcia he cannot do everything by himself. Because for example, Cubarsí is still too young. He's still green. Araujo, I used to love Araujo. Now I don't know. I have mixed feelings for him. I think I don't know. Araujo, he used to be one of the best center backs for me. and now I don't feel he's a good center back. Um, Hold up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm quiet. It's because probably I'm gonna edit this, but I had a message that I gotta answer right now. And okay, that's it. I'm sorry. It's because they already calling me because of my game. Like, hey, how late you were gonna be here? And I'm like, almost there. Almost there. Chill, chill, chill. It's because it's 7:46 already, and I'm still on Champions League. Come on. Anyway, Balde is not playing good. That's one of the things that I gotta say about Barcelona. He needs more experience. And you cannot rely, I mean, not rely, you cannot depend only on Pedri and Lamine Jamal. Guys, let's be honest. Lamine Jamal is not Messi, and Pedri is close to be Iniesta or Xavi, but he's not there yet. And at the end, if you look at that Barcelona, those guys weren't playing alone. They were all together. And as much as Pedri and Lamine can work together, they need more support. If Lewandowski was at his best when he was like, for example, if we put Lewandowski from Bayern Munich, I think those three guys will be able to manage the game itself, but not right now. And like I said, they need more defenders for sure. And just talking as today, Barcelona is not a serious contender, guy, for anything. He's not a serious contender for Champions League. He's not a serious contender for Champions League, for La Liga, or other. I don't know if I said Premier League. If I say Premier League, what a dumb. I'm sorry. Uh, but yeah, as today, they're not there. They don't. I mean, they be winning on La Liga, but I don't really feel scared about this Barcelona. Not like last season, for example. And the last thing I want to say about this match is that Carlos Fourth, he scored the first brace in his life. I don't know if this is the right word, but he scored twice on this match. That's what I'm trying to say. And because, bro, I had 10 minutes left. Okay, let's not cry about it. Let's just talk really quick. Let's finish with the. I'm just gonna say the result for this match, which is Manchester City against Borussia Dortmund. It was 4-1. And Haaland scored again. What a surprise. And I just want to say that I miss the old Borussia Dortmund guys with Jurgen Klopp and the years after Jurgen Klopp. Because everyone used to want to see them play. For example, a couple years before, it was Haaland, Bellingham. And then when Jurgen Klopp was there, it was Reus, Lewandowski, Götze. Not anymore. That Borussia Dortmund is over. And I'm just gonna go over the standings real quick for Champions League. On first place, we got Bayern Munich. In second place, we got Arsenal. And guys, next match day, which is the night match day 5th, it's gonna be Bayern Munich against Arsenal. I'm so hyped about this game. Probably it's gonna be a trash game because it always be like that. But I hope those guys feel the expectation because it's the Bayern Munich against the Arsenal. Guys, this is gonna be a really good match. I promise you. I promise you. And if not, don't blame me. Blame them. I'm just saying this is the first against the second, and both they haven't lost a single game on Champions, so it looks like it's gonna be an interesting match. And then on third we have Inter. Fourth we have Manchester City, and Madrid is at 7. Liverpool is at 8. Barcelona at 11th. Pretty much it. And 10 minutes left for me. I can be here for more than 20 minutes still. But let's go over Premier League. Match day number 10. And there were a lot of goals scored this week. And see, at the beginning of this podcast, I was telling you that I'm so mad that, for example, last week there was nothing to cover. And this week there was a lot of things to cover. And even though I stayed the whole hour, I wouldn't be able to cover everything. I gotta be here at least for 2 hours, man. There's a lot of things I want to say, and imagine if I see the matches or the highlights. Anyway, I'm talking way too much, and I gotta leave. Well, let's go over the first match: Liverpool against Aston Villa. Liverpool won. I want to cry. They finally won 2-0. Oh my God. This feels so good, man. Last month, we didn't win a single match. A single fucking match, man. Oh. Anyway, Salah scored again. I think that's his second goal in a row. And even though it was a mistake for Dibu Martinez, um, this is good for him, for his confidence. And if he keeps scoring, it's just he's gonna get back. It's not gonna be the same Salah as last season because I think the best of Salah we saw it last season. I don't think we're ever gonna see that Salah again, but you never know. And I have one of my notes here, but I don't have time. I just wanted to ask you guys what you think about Diego Martinez. I just think he's a good goalkeeper, but nah, more of the same. Nah, he's a good goalkeeper. I have this because I want to say like he's a player for a national squad. He's not a player for a team. Even though he's really good at Aston Villa, he tend to do a lot of mistakes in Aston Villa. I'm not gonna lie. And when he plays with Argentina, that guy is the best goalkeeper in the world. It's just it's funny to see. And so the next match I have here is Arsenal against Burnley. They won 2-0. I don't have any notes in here because, like I said, just Arsenal being Arsenal this season. They completely dominating everyone. And they're the first contender right now. They're on first place, of course. And they're going to win the Premier League this year. Unless they messed it up. And unless they don't do the right thing. That's all I got to say. Because as much as Manchester City keep winning, as much as Liverpool keep winning, if Arsenal keep doing the right thing, there's nobody's gonna catch them up, you know. And then for the next match, I have Manchester City against Bournemouth. Manchester City won 3-1. Haaland scored a brace again, guys. I'm gonna get tired of saying this season, but I'm pretty sure Haaland is gonna keep scoring every single match, every single week. I don't know. All besides the last week, I'm pretty sure Haaland is gonna be scoring every single match day. I got that feeling. I mean, probably not because it's really hard to do that. But we're gonna hear about Haaland a lot in this season, as we've been hearing about him for the last 5 years, probably. But Haaland right now, I saw this stat on Facebook, so I don't know if it's true because Facebook is full of sensationalism. But I saw that Haaland right now have 26 goal scores in 16 games. That guy is crazy. He is my idol, man. And I also saw this data also on Facebook. Okay, what can I say, guys? It is what it is. But Haaland has scored more goals than half of the Premier League teams of this season. So he have more goals than Burnley, Fulham, Sunderland, Newcastle, West Ham, Aston Villa, Leeds United, Everton, Wolves, and Nottingham Forest. He have a total of 13 goals, and Burnley had 12 goals. That's crazy. But that's my boy Erling Haaland. That's why he's called the androide, because he's a robot. He actually had a celebration like a robot. He made the robot dance. It's just because he's a robot, man. He's making honor to his name. And for the last match I have for Premier League is Manchester United against Nottingham Forest. The result was 2-2. And the only notes I have here is that I'm sorry for the Manchester United fan. You had to wait again, man. Because the bet was that unless Manchester United won 5 consecutive games, he is not gonna shave his hair. And they tie. They tie against Nottingham Forest. So calm down again, guys. We gotta wait again 4 more matches. It was just 2 more, and Manchester United messed it up. Too bad. But other than that, I feel Manchester United is. It seems that they're on the right track. I mean, even though they tied this game, I feel it's gonna be a good season for them. I don't feel they're gonna win the Premier League. I don't think it's gonna. I'm pretty sure if they keep playing like the last month, I'm pretty sure they can manage to be at Champions League next year. I'm sorry. And Casemiro is getting back in shape, man. He scored a goal in this match, and he been scoring for the I don't know what other match he scored, but Casemiro is looking good, man. And when Casemiro is good, we all know what he's capable of. So y'all better be watch out, man. But let's go over the standings real quick. Of course, Arsenal is at first. Manchester City is the second place. And Liverpool is at third. Surprisingly, Liverpool is at third. Because Sunderland, el equipo más mexicano de la Premier League, it's at fourth. And at fifth, we got Bournemouth. On relegation, we have West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and Wolves. And of course, the top scorer, who else, guys? Erling Haaland, 13 goals. And the second is Semenyo with 6. So it's the double of the difference already. That guy is just insane. And Arsenal is at first with the difference of 6 points already. So it's 2 matches that they have to lose in order for Manchester United to catch them up. So like I said, the worst enemy of Arsenal is Arsenal itself. So let's see how they handle this season. I hope they win it. They deserve it, low key. So let's go over La Liga real quick. I'm sorry for rushing this really because I want to stay longer, guys, but like I said, I gotta go. I gotta go to play my match, and I cannot let my team down. What can I say? I'm so sorry, especially because this match was so excited. Anyway, let's go La Liga match day number 11th, and Real Madrid against Valencia. Real Madrid won 4-0, and Kylian Mbappé scored a brace. He's also, like I said, I don't know if this is the word, but he scored twice in the game again. Not again on this game. And Bellingham scored a goal, and it looks like Bellingham is getting back to his prime, man. Remember last week I was telling you that I wanted to see Bellingham and Kylian Mbappé playing together, both on their primes. I think that's gonna happen. I don't know if this season is gonna be the prime Kylian Mbappé and prime Bellingham, but this season is gonna be really fun to watch them play. Even though they lost against Liverpool today and they play like shit, they gotta get used to it. But I'm sure we're gonna see those guys getting along together real good. And I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? I saw this note today in the morning. I don't know if it's true, but you think Madrid is actually going to sell Vinicius? Because I think they're gonna sell him. I don't know why. I mean, I was just thinking probably what would happen at the Clásico, that he was just like acting like a crybaby. But I don't know. It's kind of weird because I got a feeling they're gonna sell Rodrigo, but now they're gonna sell Vinicius. Damn, that's crazy. I don't know if I want to see that, to be honest. But if they do it, I mean, we're gonna get. I mean, if they sell Vinicius, I hope it's because they bring in Haaland. So now Haaland is top the striker. I'm sorry, and we got Kylian Mbappé as the left wing. So that's gonna be fun to watch. But it's still 1 year from. I mean, we're gonna find out probably by May if this is true. And I just want to close this match by saying that what an amazing player is Carreras. He scored a goal. What a goal. I saw this goal. I didn't saw the highlights, but I saw this goal, and wow, Carreras. I'm just in love with that guy right now. Like I said, the guy, he played like a god in the Clásico, and now he scored a goal. Wow, I feel safe when I have Carreras on my team on the left side. I love that guy. And that's it for Real Madrid. It's already 8 p.m. I'm just going to finish it up with this real quick. And I'm just going to talk about Barcelona against Elche. They won 3-1. And the funny thing is, Lamine Yamal breaks up with Nick Nicole. And what an immediate impact. Goal at minute 9. That's all he needed, man. No more girlfriend. And we're about to see prime Lamine Yamal. You heard it for me first, guys. You heard it for me first. And then so Ferran and Rashford scored. Good for them. But Barcelona is looking good at La Liga. they're low-key lacking at Champions League right now. And well, they just lost the Clásico. I mean, all the things that I gotta say about Barcelona, I said it already for Champions League. It's basically the same in here. So there's not much I want to say about them. And Atletico Madrid won 3-0. I don't got they play against. I just have Atletico Madrid 3-0. So congratulations, Atletico. Oh, I think it was Sevilla. Yeah, yeah. So let's go over the standings real quick. For La Liga, Real Madrid at first, of course. Barcelona second, Villarreal third, Atletico Madrid the fourth. And then on relegation, we got Valencia, Real Oviedo, and Girona. So there's not much change in La Liga. And then we got Kylian Mbappe, of course, as the top scorer with 13 goals. Same as Haaland. That's crazy. And the second place, Julian Alvarez with 7. So, I mean, because he's Atletico Madrid, I'm surprised that Julian is there. But I'm not surprised that Julian is scoring goal because he's a GOAT. And let's go over Serie A real quick. I'm not going to go into details. I'm just going to go over the most important matches, the results. So we play, so it was Napoli against Como. They tie 0-0. So actually there's nothing that I can say about this match. And also, like I said last week, Kevin De Bruyne is injured. So who cares about Napoli anymore? And then it was Milan against Roma. Milan won 1-0. Inter against Hellas Verona. Inter won 2-1. And let me go over the standings real quick. First place, we got Napoli. Second place, we got Inter. Third place, we got Milan. And fourth, we got Roma. Sixth at Juventus. And relegation, we got Genoa. Yes, sir! Genoa is no longer at 20th. And they're on 18. And now Hellas Verona is 19th. And Fiorentina is at the 20th. And let's go over Bundesliga real quick. I just have a quick note in here, which is, well, Bayern Munich won against Bayern Leverkusen 3-0. And, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I just want to highlight that how time changed, 2 years ago, Bayern Leverkusen was the only team that were able to face Bayern Munich. And they won, actually, the Bundesliga. But right now, Leverkusen is just it's a simple team. That's the only thing I wanted to highlight for this match, because it's funny to see that Bayern Leverkusen 2 years ago they were the champions and they were winning against Bayern Munich every single match that they faced against, and yeah, not anymore. But I'm sorry, guys, to rush this out. I mean, at least you got the hour. It's 57 minutes, so pretty much the same. But I know I rushed a lot on the last. Going over the Premier League, La Liga, and the Serie A. I wish I went over more details, but it's Champions League week, and I also got another duties to do. But anyway, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I really had a good time today, not gonna lie. And yeah, stay tuned. Follow me on my Instagram, the Offside Show 19. Remember, and yep, this was the Offside Show.